exactly. I've not really got the lips for a trumpet, but we'll give it a go.
Not a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Hello, this is Will and David, and we are from If We Wrote the Theme.
And you are listening to the Chronicles of Podcast with Tom and Jamie.
Ladies and gents, days and names. This week we are back with two very talented gentlemen who have made the world of social media their kingdom. With their incredible talents as musicians and a love of professional wrestling, they have burnt into the ears of wrestling fans like a slow chemical as they shatter your expectations of what wrestling themes can sound like. So sit down tight as we make images last of these two wonderful guests in your brain, making this interview the final destination of your working week, as we bring you the Chronicles of David Bartolome and Will Scarr.
Oh, that was great. I didn't expect you to put images last time. All
the references.
Thank you.
Boys, before we deep dive, how have your personal Tuesdays been? Well, we'll start with you. How's your personal Tuesday treated you so far?
Well, I'm slowly recovering as it's the first day hitting the gym, so I'm a bit stiff at the moment, but it's been good so far. It's good to get back into it.
Yeah, today's been all right. We did the Christian WWE theme mixed with Giving Up by Linkin Park today, so we put that out about an hour ago. We're just doing so much music because of it being Wrestlemania week and everything. So
it just gets so busy so quickly, so just trying to keep on top of everything so we're not sort of playing catch up at the weekend. So yeah, it's been good day so far.
Good.
I will just jump in because you mentioned WWE, right? So I haven't watched it for about a year, so okay. I'm going to apologise right now. However, AEW, I have yet to watch Dynasty, so if we don't talk about it, I won't hate you forever.
We want to watch it.
We haven't done the same. We were going to watch it in the UK, but I think we messed up with our time, so we actually get to watch it anyway, so we're good.
Okay, lovely, perfect. I meant to bring that before we started, but Jamie had internet problems, so there we are. No,
you forgot.
But no, what did you do at the gym today?
It was arms.
Arms today, so it's pretty brutal. But
not leg. Leaving leg.
We're just going for the Dorito look.
I don't even know what that is, but the image in my head, not pleasant.
Never heard that referred to as the Dorito look before. That fucking superb.
Need that on the show.
Yeah, dude.
I like that. So, boys, how we like to start these things, we like to take it right back to the beginning, back to the days of childhood. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Was it always music or something completely different? We'll start with you, David.
No, when I was younger, I was super into football. That's like what I thought I'd be, but unfortunately, I was dog shit. So I had to quickly move on to something else. I didn't start doing music until I was 13. I started learning guitar because my dad played guitar. And then in that first year, me and my brother played a couple of local festivals and things like that. And then at 16, I learned to play drums because we couldn't find a drummer that could keep a fucking beat. Music wasn't what I wanted to do as a child. It was more teenage years that I started getting into all that.
So, what about you, Will?
It's a bit different. I was skateboarding. That was like my absolute passion when I was growing up. And I did that up until I was about maybe 16 or 17. And then kind of found drink and drugs. So went down a bit of a shit path for a few years until I met David. And we formed a band called Seek the Fallen, which is corny as it sounds, I think that kind of really pulled me away from the drugs and the drink and set me on a path to what we're doing now, I guess. So I'm thankful for what we did, but yeah, we both had very different opinions and childhoods, I'd say.
Couldn't be more opposite ends of the scale.
Yeah.
But obviously the one thing that connected you both was that love of alternative music to start the band in the first place. So where did that love of alternative music come from for you?
I think mine definitely through the skateboarding, because being in the ramper groups when I was younger, that was the thing, music and skateboard go hand in hand, and it's normally of the sort of rock, metalcore variety. So I think as soon as I think one of the first bands I heard was like sort of Slipknot, which just hooked me straight away, and that was it from there on. And I've always had a massive love for the music in that scene. So yeah, I think once we sort of met up and that was the direction we were going in, it's just clicked from there on, really. We sort of haven't.
My music taste was shit when I was younger. I was like Akon and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I started playing like all the wrestling games where they had like all the rock tracks and stuff like that I proper started getting into it. I think the first like rock band I listened to was Papa Roach after their To Be Loved. Was so I was quite late to listening to that music. It was proper embarrassing.
Dude, no. Let's not slag off Akon, okay? Like, no, I'm definitely serious. Like, everyone's into what they're into at the end of the day. You know, how people are always like, oh, you know, when I just love Spice Girls when I grew up, and I just, you know, it's so embarrassing. It's like, but it's not. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were fucking amazing back in the day.
You don't need to say it like that though, because I like Spice Girls, but I wasn't walking around.
No, I know. I'm not doing an impression of you, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, that's right.
I was just acting out a scene, I suppose. It wasn't.
I'd be in front of my mirror.
Wigs on, dresses.
I don't wig. Wigs.
Looking at the wig route.
What is there a story here, or
no, just some of the songs we've done, like with the Joe Hendry one and Charles Robinson, and having to put the wig on and
phenomenal.
It's pretty tragic.
It's absolutely. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But like, were you influenced? Like when you were growing up, though, musically, obviously you say like, obviously, Will, you had the rock and metal and everything to come into skating, but like, and David, you had Akon and everything else and that sort of genre. But what about your parents? Like, what were they listening to when you were growing up?
My mum's like a typical 80s woman, like she loves Wham and all that sort of scene. It was more my older cousins. They're about 10 years older than me, so they were like already into their wrestling and rock and skateboarding. So it was a massive influence from them, really, that sort of put me into that scene. But like my dad, his favorite artist, Elvis Presley. So he's got like the rock and roll vibes, but just not quite with today.
Yeah.
My mum was the same. My mum was like ABBA and all the 80s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My dad liked Iron Maiden, but there was only so much of that I could listen to on the way to school because the songs went on for about 12 minutes. Just the first song, and we'd never get past that. I think it was over and over again. I was like, I can't.
Do they have any other songs, Dad? I just seem to know this one.
Literally, honestly, that's all me and my brother knew was the chorus to Blood Brothers.
Amazing.
So you mentioned there, Will, about like your cousins introducing you to wrestling. What about you, Dad? How did you discover wrestling? Because obviously all this ties into wrestling as well as music. So
literally just the games. Just that I'd never seen it because it was really hard to see it on TV. So it would just be I'd get the games, play them. I wouldn't really know who anyone was, but even just through the games, my favorite back then was Jeff Hardy, just for like the look and the moveset and stuff like that. And it literally all the music just came from that, really. That, and then when I eventually did start watching WWE, because we got Sky for a bit, all the pay-per-view themes like Monster by Skillet and all stuff like that, that's what kind of put me down that road. And it just got heavier and heavier, to be fair. Like really heavy, actually.
What were those first games you were playing?
It was Here Comes the Pain. Which was a banger. And then when it got to like SmackDown vs. Raw, the soundtracks were just like top tier.
Yeah.
There's a single song on those games that I didn't like.
I think 2007.
2007, that's literally
the soundtrack on that one.
There was a song on the Instagram I saw earlier, which was the Breaking Benjamin Firefly. Oh, I forgot all about that song. Oh my god! And I heard it and I went, "Holy shit! I love this track."
We weren't actually even going to do that one. It was just because one of our mates wanted to do a Breaking Benjamin song with us, and we are trying to work out if they'd done one for WWE. Because if we don't do wrestling content, we kind of get penalized on Insta and TikTok. So we got to try and stay in that niche. But that's the only reason we did. It was like, oh, I really like this song. Do you want to do it? Like, yeah, go for it.
Well, weirdly enough, I discovered that song through Day of Reckoning on the GameCube. That's where I first heard that song. Such a good song.
God, what a console GameCube was.
I've still got one. It was a great console. But how did you two first meet? I just realised we didn't really Touch on
It was,
it.
it was literally through our old band Seek the Fallen. I started it with his brother,
Hmm.
and we were both just recording the guitars and bass and stuff ourselves. And then literally said to Will, "Do you want to try doing bass?" He'd not played it before, and you learnt it in what, a couple of days.
Something stupid, yeah.
Yeah. So he just picked it up, did it. And it's crazy how quick he picks things up. Because like when we started doing this together, he's done guitar, he's done piano, he's done vocals, never done them before, but he just gives it a go and just does it. So yeah, it's kind of nuts how quick he picks stuff up.
That's awesome. At the end of the day, you don't know if you can do things unless you try it. So fair play, putting yourself out there and going, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how we met through that. And then when that band fell apart, we kind of didn't talk for, was it 5 years?
Yeah, it got a bit messy. Like we had like my brother was the vocalist with David. Like it wasn't really to do with my brother. It was more we had another guitarist and a drummer, and one of them was a bit of a pisshead. And one night he was on the internet and decided to basically message every band in the scene, telling them that Seek the Fallen the greatest and everyone can fuck themselves.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
me and my brother woke up, and I think David as well, woke up to just like an abundance of messages from promoters
Yeah.
and venues and all sorts. And we were like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So at that point, like I chose to leave because I was like, not worth it. I'm not going to get this kind of reputation.
No, which
And then,
was a good
yeah.
vision from David. And we tried to sort of eke it out and carry it on, but the damage was already done. So we had to just sort of stop it there and then because
Yeah.
everyone hated us.
That is such a shame. That is such a shame as well. Like, I don't know obviously you say it was a pisshead and everything, but like to think that that's a good idea.
Still to this day, I can't believe it because we were doing relatively
doing
okay
yeah,
for
we were
what
doing
it
well.
was. Like we had a couple of good features from people, some good numbers going,
The first
and
album, I think, had 500,000 streams on Spotify.
yeah. So
Nice.
It was doing all right.
but just after that, it just took such a massive hit. There was
Yeah.
just no comeback from it. I don't think anyone sort of believed who was saying what or. Because it come from our band account, so it wasn't like it was his personal account. It was straight from the band account. So
Yeah.
that was
oh,
it.
you know.
That's why we've tried to keep this just us and not bring anyone else in. Because
Yeah.
as soon as you do that, you get some absolute colossal cockwomble come along and just it's like
Basically.
just I can't be asked for that again.
I can't say I blame you, but Cockwobble's wonderful. I haven't heard that for ages.
Yeah, that just
Fucking hell.
Oh.
Yeah. I suppose when you start getting that sort of traction, you start gaining those numbers, you start gaining those followers. Like they're literally the slightest word or someone going, "Oh, we're the great," and it's game over.
and that's the thing, yeah, how the internet works these days.
Yeah.
Once it's up, it travels and there's no coming back from it. So
Yeah.
it really was a shame because, we enjoyed what we did and
Yeah.
we had another album sort of ready to write. Well, we had an album ready,
Yeah.
but it wasn't worth it. And people were sort of not even replying to us, like we were reaching out to promoters and things, and it wasn't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
when you fuck over like one band with like saying shit like that, you get blacklisted pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that happened, but
But I mean, I look back at it now and I think it worked out for the best because David went away, did some really cool shit over that space of 4 years, went on some crazy tours with his brother and stuff. And I just sort of spent the time sorting myself out, basically. I was still coming out that back end of like the sort of drug era. So I moved up away from like St. Neots completely where we're both from and just sort of started fresh, I guess, until we.
I can't remember how we started talking.
I think I saw one of your covers on Facebook or something, and I just started liking it, and we just started talking again,
Yeah.
and it's just gone. Well,
It's mental how it's gone down.
yeah, it's just gone from there.
Because you're still over here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the UK. Yeah, I live in the UK, but I'm currently in Gainesville.
Well, obviously, you're sat next to
But
it.
yeah.
I was gonna say. It's all right, mate. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll edit that for you. You're fine. So, David, what made you then go to the States?
So during the whole Seek the Fallen thing, my wife now, we basically got told by a manager, go and follow a load of people on Instagram who have similar styles and stuff like that. And she just happened to be one of the people I followed to try and like message about the music and promote. And then we got talking through that. She loved one of our songs because it was based off of a horror film called Dead Silence.
Mhm.
Um, and she's obsessed with horror and stuff. And we got talking through that. We're friends for a while because I was with someone, she was with someone, and then my relationship ended, and then a couple of months later hers ended, and we'd still been talking and friends, and she'd kind of joined Images Last at that point, and then it just kind of turned into a relationship, and then ended up just coming over here. I mean, the first year of our relationship was during COVID, so we didn't actually see each other in person.
Oh,
So we'd been together like a whole year before we actually got to see each other in person. And now we've been married 5 years.
5 years it'd be now, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all through
wow.
music.
That is amazing. And
That's
congratulations, by the way, as well. That's fucking awesome. We love to hear stories like that.
Yeah.
And she's a great girl. She really is
Yeah.
like one in a million, Kate, isn't she?
Yeah. And
Really,
obviously,
really
like,
good.
she's the female vocalist for our Images Last band and stuff. So she does all that. She's featured on our songs on our Insta and TikTok as well, which is really cool getting to do that shit with your partner.
Mhm.
Like, it is really cool. We're trying to convince your missus to.
Yeah, because my girlfriend's quite similar. Like she's like the same music and the same interests and stuff, but she's just like when it comes to camera, she's just like, no, don't film me. I don't want anything to but I know if you just push her past those first few,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, once you get out of the way with your sound after the first few, aren't you? But it's just getting that start. But we'll come around to it. We'll get around to it.
First ones are always so nerve-wracking because you just feel like a bit of a twat when you just
You don't know what to do with yourself, do you?
No, that's why all my like vocal ones are side on because otherwise I'm just looking at the camera. I'm like, I'm not trying to eye fuck anyone. I'm just trying to look and just get on with this and not feel awkward.
I was thinking that it's quite weird seeing you face on. I'm not used to it. I'm just used to see the side of your
I
head.
can only apologize, mate.
Like this.
Yeah, we should have done it.
Yeah.
So as we said earlier, obviously these wrestling covers and things like you've done have completely blown up. But what was the turning point moment where you're like, we've got something here?
It was never meant to be wrestling. I was doing covers and I just happened to cover Kingdom because I really liked the song. And then it did really well on TikTok. And then I was like, oh, I'll try another one. Did like a Rhea normal one, and that got quite a lot of views. Then I did the Rhea cinematic one, which is still the highest viewed on Insta and TikTok for us.
Mhm.
And that's honestly how I just kind of fell into that category and then realized, oh, if I stick to the wrestling,
Mhm.
you know, because I've been doing it just over a year now. You've been doing it
It'll be a
7
year on May the 16th, so nearly coming up for a year now. I was making like, I guess like dance music before that sort of thing. And I think where most of us were sort of strictly in the music industry and seeing it not really do as great. But then when we saw like the WWE ones quite quickly blow up, we thought, I think we've got
Yeah.
something to work towards here and push towards. And it's just sort of gone up and up and up
Yeah.
and still carries to go up. And it's like,
Because we did do some others. We did like Throwback Thursday for a bit where we did some old emo stuff,
Yeah.
like My Chem and Fallout Boy and things like that. But
we even did a Fairly Odd Parents cover, like
Yeah.
things like that, of like
Amazing.
different like cartoons and things, just to sort of test the waters. But it was quite evident that the WWE ones were doing a mile better than
Yeah.
every video we posted. So it's just sort of spurred us on to carry on with this.
yeah, and it's one of those things you're never really going to run out of something to cover because there's wrestlers that are new all the fucking time, and you can cover their old themes, new themes, write originals for them and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's quite a good thing to have, and we're literally writing at least one song a day
Mhm.
or covering a song a day. I think the most we did in one day was 8.
Yeah, and that was
Um,
horrible.
It was horrible. It was, yeah. But yeah, we're literally every day, all day, is just music.
Yeah.
Do you feel the Cody Rhodes one did well because he's so massive at the moment and everyone loves that whoa bit? You know, I mean, everyone waits for that bit, don't they? And obviously Rhea is huge everywhere, regardless, because everyone loves her.
There are certain wrestlers where you definitely see it, like Jey Uso, when he was proper getting hyped
Mhm.
up, that one did 100K, I think,
Yeah,
on
it's
Insta. And then there are some that you know are gonna completely piss people off, but then you get like the mixes out and everyone argues with each other. Like Roman Reigns, people
oh wow, yeah. We knew before that one because we put a poll up and said, like, do you want lyrics with this or not? And the majority was yes. I was like, okay, we'll do it with lyrics. And people were not happy.
It still has like a load of
Well, yeah,
likes,
it's done well and it's done a lot of good comments, but that one out of all the videos by far had the most sort of like
It was
we disrespected people.
yeah, we did get accused of being racist for daring to do a wrestler who's an ethnicity, But we've also done Kofi Kingston. He's commented, shared it. We
Yeah.
did Carmelo Hayes. He commented, shared it. Sol Ruka. We've done ones for Kabuki Warriors, and they were just trying to say we were pushing our, in their words, white shit onto other cultures, and we're like,
Oh my days.
But it's like I think a certain wrestlers like your Roman, your Cody,
John Cena when we did the
John
metal.
Cena, yeah, like them ones you just got to prepare for some backlash
Yeah.
because the mega fans just they don't want anything changed. They want it exactly how it is.
Yeah.
But where's we might as well just put out John Cena's song if that's the case.
Yeah.
So
That's
we like
mad.
to sort of change it up and give it a bit of, difference for someone else to enjoy, but it can be a touchy one with the mega stars.
Roman's definitely the one. Again, there were loads of people that loved it. There were loads of likes and
Mhm.
stuff like that. I think we were surprised about the racism comment. That's what blew our mind. We're like,
That's
what?
ridiculous.
Because in saying we've been racist, they were 100% racist.
Yeah, they're very racist with some of their replies and stuff.
Yeah.
But as you say, you've just got to look at our page to see that it's nothing like that. We'll do. It's not about the person, the color. It's about the theme. So
Yeah.
they've got to get that into their head.
And it's like when we did Chris Benoit's, we didn't mention his name in the post at all.
No,
So
No.
we are really cautious of like
Mm.
certain things. Like we've had a lot of requests for Hulk Hogan, and we have got his in a medley, but I do have Black Step Kids, and it's also like being very careful because
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like we'd be highlighting his name and stuff like don't get me wrong, great wrestler and stuff, but there are certain areas where
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like the question of can you separate the art from the. I know he's not an artist, but do you know what I mean? Like separate the fact that as a person he was an absolute piece of shit, but as a wrestler he was incredible.
Well, we even got it for Skillet. We did a Skillet cover, and then we stopped doing theirs for a while because people were like, "Oh, they're pieces of shit. Why would you do them and stuff?" It's like, "Oh fuck!" And I hadn't even heard
We didn't have a clue.
anything.
We didn't know anything about
Yeah,
them.
they're big Trump fans, aren't they?
I think
So-
that's
Yeah,
what
that's what it
yeah.
was. Because the American fan base, they were not happy, but we're not into politics, and that's
No.
we were just
We hate everyone.
yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating because Skillet have got some unbelievable tracks, and then when I read about that, I was like, I don't feel like I can listen to them anymore because that's kind of annoying. Like,
Yeah, it's just like they've got Monster, Hero, which we did repost the other day.
Mhm.
But like we said, we try and separate the whole music from the people because
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them are Trump supporters. I think I heard the male vocalist came out and said some stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know if they all said it or not, but again, we don't really follow all that. We just, if we like the music, we kind of listen to it.
That's the
yeah,
thing.
no, and that's fine.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
it's
just-
about at the end of the day.
Sort of struggling for ideas. We'll just look at like old PLEs or old
Yeah.
Raws or SmackDowns. We're like, oh, that's a banger. Let's do that. So it's not like
I think the only band I cannot listen to is Lost Prophets.
yes.
That's
Hands down, yeah.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, 100%.
definitely that
Yeah.
one.
I mean, Will, you're saying there sometimes you're struggling to think of ideas. Liv Morgan's just given you a song you can cover.
We are actually going to do it. Yeah, we're gonna,
Oh God!
no,
It
we're not,
might-
we're not going to do it like that. We're
Thank
not
God, because it might be the worst thing I've ever listened to in my life.
I thought it was a joke. I couldn't believe that's what they actually think is going to work as a theme. Like, good
I
God.
don't think it would be as bad. I think it's more. It's not even like rapping. It's just that kind of Valley Girl talking thing, and that's the bit that, like the pre-chorus, I could hear it as a rock song, and I was like, that would really work. But I'm not singing those lyrics.
You are.
I'm not.
I
singing
mean, I've got to hear you go. Trouble is my. I got to,
I don't know if you heard it. I mean, we did Shawn Michaels theme once,
Oh,
and singing that was the worst. That was we did it like a kind of metal version, but just singing those lyrics, I was hating every second. There are certain things I just do not want to sing.
I mean, I sing that song around the house all the time. I can't say nothing. You mentioned earlier though, you've had like quite a few people, like the people whose songs you've covered, like comment, share. Like, how did that start? Like, who was the first one? Can you remember?
First one was Rhea. I'm pretty sure she put it on her Instagram story. So the first one was Rhea, and then Chris Motionless from Motionless in White commented as well. And now we've got a list of over 50. I
yeah,
think.
like,
Amazing.
I actually think like it's
It's just
Trish, Logan Paul,
Lita.
Lita,
Even Prime Energy
yeah, Prime
messaged
Energy,
us because we did a
uh,
KSI one and they messaged us.
Carrying Cross.
Daz Black, the YouTuber, he ended up using our theme we made for him for 2 of his videos.
That was really cool. 'Cause we didn't know, but we sort of messaged him about it, and he wanted a theme.
He
didn't.
messaged us. He
Yeah,
messaged
he
us
didn't get
first.
back to us for ages, and then he got back and was like, "Right, cool, let's go." So we waited for ages, and he put it on his first video, and we were like, "This is cool as fuck. This is amazing." And then the next time I was out here, we were just like, "Oh, we put a Daz video on." Watching away, and the end come up and our song hit, and we were like, "Oh my God, he's put it on again."
Yeah, because we watched him for fucking years.
Yeah.
But he's quite big.
I watched him on Vine.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
See him use our song was just fucking nuts. But yeah, the list we've got is just stupid. And then it's like we're currently working on a project with Tatum Paxley's husband, because his whole gimmick is like the core kid and the metalcore thing, and he has his own theme that he wrote. And now we're kind of working on an EP and stuff like that. We're actually going to try and organize meeting up with him next week.
Yeah, after WrestleMania week, we're supposed
so
to
that we
going
can
to
record his
Orlando.
vocals and stuff. But yeah, it's mental, really. And then like Mike Rome was wanted to use the theme we wrote for him, but obviously WWE are kind of.
Yeah.
And then Shiloh Hill literally commented on our TikTok saying, "Can you just write our themes, please?" And I actually was talking to him the other day, and we're doing a theme based on him, and he's like, "I'm so pissed off I can't use it, obviously, because it has to be Def Rebel." But just the fact we're talking to these people and stuff,
It's just so like a lot of the times I will have to sit there and I sort of think like, is this really happening? Because it's just such a surreal thing for these people just to comment, like, and interact with us as if we're on a level with them, which we are not.
the other weird one is green shirt guy.
Yes.
He messaged the other day and he was like, "Oh, I'm pushing," because he obviously does the walkout, doesn't he? He pays to do that, and he's pushing to use our song for when he comes out. And we were just like, it's probably not going to happen, but if it did, how mental for like your first thing in a wrestling to be like at WrestleMania, it would be nuts. So I mean, fingers crossed. We don't think it's going to happen, but
I think I'd shit myself. I really would.
just factory reset.
Yeah, it would.
It's crazy, isn't it? And you just literally had an idea one day that we'll just cover some wrestling themes to be a bit of fun, to now doing this. Do you know what I mean?
It's very, very insane to say the least.
Even getting to do indie wrestlers themes, like them trusting us with that kind of stuff, and Slam Masters Wrestling in Cardiff, we're now
Tune.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolute tune.
appreciate that. But them using our thing is nuts, and they've had Carlito and Rhino, Kalisto,
Danhausen.
I fucking love Danhausen. The fact he shared our stuff, him and Kit, we were so excited for that.
that was I think Dan's a personal favourite for me just because of how much of an impact he has made in such a short time.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
He's
great.
Absolutely brilliant.
So you were talking about obviously people shitting on you for putting lyrics on Roman Reigns and that sort of thing. Do you try and stay faithful to the original, or do you like putting your own twist in it? But then if you do stay faithful to the original, is there those copyright laws and that sort of thing of like you are literally just doing the song that we've done?
As long as we do under a minute, we're fine. But it's the only reason we can't make money off of Instagram and TikTok is because obviously a lot of it is based around certain characters.
Mm-hmm.
So all our money comes from writing originals for people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kept the instrumental pretty similar except for the chorus, and then we just added vocals over the top for that one. But we do tend to like to make it more ours. I definitely enjoy writing originals more.
Yeah.
But like Finn Balor's, we did his and we just kept it as close to as possible. I think we added a guitar riff in the verse.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Sometimes, keeping it as close to the track as possible really does well, and then sometimes people they're not happy and they want more, they want extra. But I think it's just a trial and error thing, isn't
and
it?
you're never going to please anyone. Like everyone.
No, yeah, we've got to that point now where you do get a lot of the bad comments, but we're pretty good at not rising to it. We just normally say, like, understandably, it's not for you, but thank you for taking the time to comment, because there's just, there's no need to.
And at the end of the day, everyone's got different music tastes, but otherwise you'd literally have one band that everyone fucking listens to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't shit anyone else for not liking our music. Anyone's entitled to their opinion when it comes to music.
Except the guy being racist.
Except that guy, yeah.
I think that's the only one we started like actually giving some shit back. And the guy that accused it of being AI. Because your reply was fucking great for that.
Yeah, well,
it's AI?
Some guy literally commented saying, "I smell AI," and you said you need your nose checking, lad, or
Wait,
something.
it's like some people, like, I really have to look at a comment and think, right, don't be a dickhead because it's very easy to be a dickhead. But some people are just, I just want to let loose and be like, just fuck you. But you can't.
No, you don't want the same thing to happen as obviously when you said that your band was the greatest band of what you don't want that all over again. Do you know what I mean? That's the shit thing about it is that you can't. I mean, you can obviously say thank you because obviously comments are great because it's going to reach more people regardless if it's love or hate or whatever. But yeah, you don't want the same thing again where you're like you say, "Oh fuck off, you prick," and then it's like, "Well, goodbye, thank you for everything, shut down."
Killing them with kindness is the best way to go.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The AI comments are the annoying ones because like we sit there and work our ass off in this fucking Suno app that people can put a prompt in and have a full song. It's like, no, and I've had the amount of times I've had to show on my story, like my setup with all the guitars, the bass, the drums and everything and be like, look, here's the project. These are the 100 fucking tracks that it took to record this. Because every mix we do has like a good 100 tracks. Which is,
damn, dude.
Yeah, because it's got all the production, the orchestral stuff, and then if I'm having to do a choir, I'm literally doing like 30 different vocal takes, doing all the stupid high bit. Every choir we do is actually recorded. We don't use like a plugin for that.
Wow.
So wailing around while my wife's trying to work. She's just got me in the background going, "Whoa!" She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You know how much I pissed off my wife to recording the intro to this Roman Reigns song, you fucker. It's not AI. I had to acknowledge my wife, let alone the fucking tribal chief.
It was like, and you can tell they're only listening to it on a phone and not headphones. They're like, "Oh, you took away the choir." I was like, "Motherfucker, I was sat there for an hour." We sat there squeezing my bollocks and trying to get those notes. You cannot sit there and tell me I didn't do that fucking choir.
I lifted them over my fucking head.
What was the other one when it was stupidly high? That K-pop.
Yeah, the K-pop one. Wow. We actually had to put the video out as he was recording it because we just knew if we didn't, they're just going to shit all over it. And it's great because he is dying in the video trying to hit no.
Worst thing ever.
David, why did you realise you had a set of pipes like that, though?
I thought it was a set of testicles.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I class myself as predominantly a drummer. Like that's my best instrument. I only started singing because I enjoyed it. It's just fun, honestly. Like I definitely like if I'm playing live, I'd rather be on the drums, 100%.
Okay.
So I still just count it as having fun. I wouldn't class myself as a vocalist. I'm definitely a drummer. But it's just been enjoyable to do and people have enjoyed it. So I'm like, fuck it, keep going.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Will, I think we need some more songs sung by you, don't you think?
Yeah, going.
We do, yes. We've had a couple this week, and we're going to try and get a lot more out and get a few more.
We got the medley.
Yes, we've got the medley, so it's going to be like back and forth, me, David, for about how long is it?
I think it's 4 minutes, but we've made it like a Royal Rumble theme medley thing. So on the video, we're going to have like the countdown going, and then like the klaxon hitting, and it's going to alternate between me and Will, just doing theme after theme over like the same kind of instrumental.
So we've got that ready to come out.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it's like 4 minutes, I think, and we've got 20 themes in that.
Yes.
We wanted to be able to get the costume for everyone, but we're just like, this is gonna cost fucking loads.
Yeah.
And also, like, the Bellas are in there, and we're not both going to dress up as them.
But I'm pretty good at the motion.
Prove it. No. It's better. The one where you painted your face as Mr. Iguana, that is fucking brilliant, I gotta say.
Your missus is class at the face painting.
Yeah.
You look like Danhausen when you did that one.
I think I am. I might be.
You might be.
Yeah, she's great. She's really good. She's always been into like her special effects, makeup, art sort of thing. So it's very handy to have that because we've only started doing the face paints about 3 months ago.
I'm trying to think what the first one we.
The first one.
The only ones I've done for me, it's a bastard because I've got a beard, so I'm so fucking limited to what I can do, and then trying to get that shit out is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But we did Boogeyman, didn't we?
Yeah, we did Boogeyman. That was a good
That
one.
might have been the first one, wasn't it?
I think it might have been.
Mr. Iguana, Danhausen, and Boogeyman, I think.
Yeah, I think it was. We're going to do Sting at some point. It's just because how the time's gone. So I'm here at the moment. So when I get back, I'll do the Sting face paint and get that one done.
We've got Stone Cold coming up. I've got a bald cap coming for that.
Oh,
Got the jaw.
Got the jorts. Gonna do a stunner on Will and send him fucking flying. Yeah, we're trying to lean into the more funny ones a bit more.
Yeah, they seem to
That's
they do quite. I think it reaches a bit more of an audience with the funny ones because even if you don't like wrestling, it's something that someone else can sort of look a bit like, oh, look at them idiots. This is quite funny. So it's just, yeah, I quite enjoy them ones as well.
Even that fucking Penta one where I'm just walking back and forth.
Right.
Alison was sat here watching me do it. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Just walking backwards and forwards doing that. And then the Brock Lesnar one, you did the bounce.
Oh, I wish I did the slip.
Yeah.
How do you decide what songs you're going to do?
Normally, like when we watch like Monday or Friday, just whoever's sort of like popular at the moment, whoever's being talked about a lot online.
And then we got the massive list of requests because we did put up a video saying, what would you like to see? And we've just got a massive fucking list. So one was a Dominic Mysterio original, which we've got coming out tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
Fuck, what other ones do we have? I think someone wanted Stephanie Vakir mixed with Dom Mysterio as well. But we're very limited because I can't speak Spanish for shit. Even though I am part of Spanish, I can't. It's like I scraped through the fucking chorus for the Dom one because I know about 3 words. But we got a guy to feature on it who's a producer. He's like a multi-Grammy nominee and multi-platinum.
Oh, nice.
And he's doing all the Spanish and he's great.
Yeah, he was great. He sent his vocals back the other day and it was spot on. So that really helps.
I did have to ask him to send me the lyrics so I could translate them just to make sure it wasn't anything.
Going off on a rant.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we've got to check that this is actually okay. But yeah,
God, can you imagine?
Some we're limited with, and also you don't want to offend people by trying to, like when we did Kofi Kingston SOS, started singing it and you naturally go into like the Jamaican accent, you're like, fuck, you can't.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get a lot more hate for a white guy just saying woke up in a bad man place.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna get.
I thought the hate was coming from that, but
especially with this fucking accent. I didn't wake up in a bad man place.
He's not even fucking Jamaican. He's African. So what the fuck?
I know, but if you can imagine if we'd done like a Jamaican accent, it would have been fucking tragic.
That'd been game over again. Yeah.
Unlucky, I guess.
Can I just say though, David, you're screaming on the Slipknot cover of John Cena's song. You sound exactly like Corey.
Thank you, mate. That's pretty much who I tried to practice off of when I was younger. Because like when we did Seek the Fallen, my screams weren't great, but I've always done it a certain way, and that's kind of just how it went. It was always led towards that sound more. I'd love to be able to do other types, but I'm pretty fucking limited because I'm a drummer. So I'll just stick with what I'm doing. But yeah, no, that was a fun one to do. I just wish the strap on the Fiend mask wasn't broken because it looked like I had a fucking massive head. It wasn't until I watched it back, I was like, my fucking God. Yeah. But I really appreciate that. That was a really fun one to do. We wanted to
that was a really fun one, yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked for John Cena in the style of System of a Down. So I think we'll be trying that. I think there's a couple of others that people have requested.
The mashup ones are really fun to do. It's just a shame because a lot of people do want them to be released on Spotify, but because they're mashups, they get really funny with the whole live.
Yeah, I can imagine.
DistroKid will let you put covers up with cover licenses, but as soon as you need 2, they don't do it.
Yeah, they're just like, nope.
Like the Randy Orton Linkin Park one, we did it
That's what I was gonna say.
Last time he was here, and it was on 12K, and since he left and has come back, it's now on 140 nearly, isn't it?
People are constantly asking for that one.
So good. That's so good, that cover.
Thank you, man.
But then we put it on YouTube, and we accidentally put it on the kids' version, so no one can fucking comment. So we're really good at this social media
Boys.
shit. But I mean, the video for that was fun. We just put a fucking bed sheet up behind us, didn't we?
It's just a sheet room with a couple of his kids' strobe lights and going at it with an iPhone.
Yeah. Well, that'll do.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I love that.
While he's here, we're going to try and do a video for the Shatter cover.
Yes.
But we'll actually do it on my wife's proper camera instead of just an iPhone this time.
We've also got the In the End one we've got to do as well.
Yeah, In the End mixed with Cody Rhodes' theme, which Downstate were interested on actually featuring on it. Then they released their album, and it was unfortunately
We're just like,
they've said to us like if they're playing in Florida, they're like, oh, you boys come up on stage with us and stuff. So we speak to them quite a lot.
which is quite crazy. Yeah, it
Yeah,
really is
really,
crazy.
really fucking nice guys.
But it's like we keep getting tempted to like we think about that in the end one. We're like, hold on a minute, because if they come back the day after we've posted it, I'd really punch myself in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
We're just waiting for that message, and we'll get to it.
we might post it, and then if we can redo it later on, we'll do
Yeah.
that. But we've got the cinematic album coming out soon, which has the cinematic version of Cody's, the CM Punk one that people have been asking for about a fucking year now.
Mhm.
Joe Hendry on it, Jey Uso, Randy Orton, the Rhea one,
And
Kane, Drew McIntyre, Alexa Bliss, and I think there's one more that I can't remember.
Bray, isn't it? The last one.
Maybe I can't. There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so
That-
many.
That cinematic version of Slow Chemical, the Kane one, is just mwah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
so fucking good. Because I love that song generally. So damn good. So fucking good.
We really appreciate it. The
Really
cinematic
need
ones
that.
do quite well for us.
I enjoy the cinematic ones. They're really quite fun to do, to be fair.
It's
They're
just
really cool.
a nightmare to write them because for those there's like a good 200 tracks because you've obviously got like full orchestral,
All the choir.
percussion, the choirs, the different key changes which require other so it's,
Yeah, there's as fun as they are for like a bit more relaxed one, they can take a hell of a long time to do. But
yeah.
the outcome is normally great from what we get from them. So we enjoy them ones.
But that should be coming out soon. We're just waiting on some artwork by Anime Empire. I don't know if you've seen him on Instagram and stuff. He does all the anime drawings of wrestlers, and he's fucking sick.
He
He's
is
really
great,
good.
yeah, really, really
He
good.
did the artwork for the one we did for Hannah Taylor.
Yes.
Yes,
The
I've seen
original-
that.
Yeah, he drew that, and he's going to be drawing the artwork for this, and I think he's going to do the If We Wrote the Theme Volume 4 art as well.
Yes, yeah, because we did have a guy that was doing all our artworks, but he sort of just disappeared off the face of the planet, didn't he? So yeah, he was
Yeah,
a
he
great guy,
was
really
a
great
really nice
guy,
guy.
really nice guy. But yeah, I think he had sort of his own battles he was dealing with. So, but yeah, anime sort of been with us from the start. He's
Yeah.
a really, really good guy. He's helped us out with a lot of tips and hints and things for, I don't know, like just simple things that we didn't know about, like the right hashtags, the right amount of hashtags,
Yeah.
what times to post and things like that. So he's a great guy.
He's fucking awesome. He's really good, really talented. I think he's got like 600,000 TikTok followers or something.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's really good, really nice guy.
really nice
There are a
guy.
couple of people we've met through doing this that are just like the nicest people. Like J.E. Wrestle Talk is a good friend of ours. We did the theme for him and stuff. And he actually got to go feature in some promotion and he came out and did a stunner on someone and came out to our music, which was really cool to
Oh,
see.
That's awesome.
Then the company he did it with asked us if we'd do a in-ring debut at some point. So
That would be fun, yeah.
that would be
That's awesome.
fun, yeah.
That is so
Hopefully
cool.
this year at some point to actually get in a ring would be the sickest.
So with these covers though, is there any way you've like tried to do it but just could not make it work?
It was
Bron Breaker one. Do you remember we tried it a couple of times and we just couldn't sort of.
I think I fixed it now, but it's something about the guitars is just very weird and random.
Yeah.
And because we record everything beforehand and then we like kind of re-listen and do a playthrough, I was listening through, I was like, I got no fucking idea what's going on here. So this is it's just doing whatever. And
It's
then,
annoyingly a great theme.
yeah, it's just a bit awkward on guitar and bass to try and get a video done. But the instrumental's done, we just got to do the vocals.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany Stratton's is it Scream Queen or something?
Scene Queen.
Yeah.
That was an absolute nightmare to try and do. It's
Mhm.
just it wasn't working trying to change it or anything. Yeah, I was listening to it and trying to work out the different parts. And sometimes you can pick them apart really easily and hear what's going on. But that one, I was like, there's so much going on, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So I think they're the only two we've had to actually stop.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is they're sort of the least requested, I'd say. So it doesn't sort of hinder us that much in that sense. But yeah, that Tiff one was I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah,
I think I'd locked that out of my mind.
It's a really good tune and everything. But yeah, it's just to try and recreate it or make it into our style was just too hard. And there aren't a massive amount of lyrics, are there?
Not really, no. Yeah, it's just
kind of like vocal chops and stuff. So
Mhm.
you're very limited to what you can do. Stephanie's was interesting, wasn't it? Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, that was a great one.
We made it like a more anime rock one, and Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a few you come across where it's just like, no, we can't like do anything with this. Like I said with the Dom one with the Spanish, anything like that makes it a lot harder. So we just go for more of an original take on it.
Mhm.
That's fair. So, what you were saying earlier about the original songs that you've done for the indie wrestlers and stuff like that, what does the writing process look like for that? Do you do lyrics first and the music? Do you have much collaboration with the person themselves, or like?
Yeah, full collaboration. The first thing we ask for is a brief, and we ask them to send us one theme they really like, one song they really like, and then give us a kind of idea of what they want the lyrics to be about, if they've got any catchphrases and stuff like that. And then we'll literally quickly record an instrumental and be like, is this kind of in the realm you want? Like, we'll just do the chorus to start with.
Mhm.
And if they like the sound of the guitars and everything, then put a melody over it and be like, is this what you're thinking? What would you like changed? Once that's locked in, we then flesh out the rest of it. And when they're completely happy with that, we then work on the production orchestral elements. And then when that's all locked in, we then go to the mixing and mastering. So it's normally quite an easy process.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth, but it makes it so much easier because there's a couple of people that have requested themes. They give one brief, they go off, they don't reply for ages, and we sort of try and crack on with what we've got, and then they're not happy. So the communication with the people is like the best thing for us because we can really nail exactly what they're looking for.
And also, it's so important to that character. You want it to be
Mm.
exactly what. And
Yes.
we normally do like we'll do half the payment up front, and then we don't take the other half until they are completely happy with it.
Mhm.
However long that takes, we're just like, right, we're going to keep going until it's exactly how you want it. The only time we've had to actually stop one was we got to the mixing mastering process.
Yeah.
They'd said everything's fine, absolutely happy with it all, loving it, loving it. And then the day before we were going to start mixing and mastering it, they were like, "Oh, I've just decided I'm going to change my character. Can we restart?" And I was like, "No,
Oh,
unless you're going to pay again, we can't just."
Yeah.
You've signed off on this all. I've got all the messages to say you're happy with this, and now you're saying, "Oh, I think I'm going to do this as my character instead." It's like, yeah, you can't. That's why we asked for the brief at the
You
beginning.
need to be sure about what you want, and
But
yeah,
that's only happened once.
that's the
Yeah,
only
that's
time
the
it
only time.
happened.
Normally it's a really easy process. I think the quickest we did a theme was the Slam Masters one, and it was like we gave it back to them the next day.
Yes, yeah, they were very happy with that, which was
Yeah. We
perfect.
basically got the idea done in about 30 minutes, and then they were like, "Oh, this is perfect." And it was only because I had to go to my kids' soccer. Or soccer. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Oh
God, get
my
out.
God!
Dave,
Been here
get
too
out.
long.
Oh,
Get out.
beer tits. But yeah, no, it's only because I had to go to my kids' football that we had to master it the next day. Otherwise, it would have been done in like the first hour.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, there are some people that give you such a good brief, you can literally just
Yeah, it sort of writes itself, which is lovely. Like some people will give a half-assed brief, which then it will take a lot of time. But when they've got a brief that's like, a whole page, it's like perfect. This is like word for
yeah.
word, just what we
I
need.
think the longest it took was 2 weeks. I think it's the longest we've done a
Hmm.
theme. And I think that's just because the person ended up in hospital for a bit. I think
Oh
that was
shit.
the only reason, so they couldn't get back to us. But
Yeah.
normally we're quite quick with it. And we don't charge like a stupid amount. Like it's normally £250 for a theme. And at the moment, because it's WrestleMania season, we're just doing it as 100.
Yeah.
Um, so we don't like we know people who charge like a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, oh God, some people
Um,
charging like the thousands for a track, which,
yeah.
I think's wild to be able to,
Yeah, I
put
don't
that
I
across to
don't I
someone.
don't think I could ever charge that much because it's like
Yeah,
we
I just
just
feel too wrong to sort of
yeah.
charge
Yeah.
someone that amount for, something we can do in quite a short space of time.
Yeah, especially if it's like a 30-minute job. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like, how can I,
yeah,
robbing the person?
yeah.
It shows how well you two mesh, though. When you collaborate, if you can do something that fast together,
And
that's
normally we're in
impressive.
like
Thank you,
obviously in
man.
different
Thank you.
countries, we're having to like FaceTime and send files back and forward. So we do like when we get going, we really do have a decent workflow.
Yeah, that's why it's nice to be here. Like when we're together, God, we can get stuff done so quick. There's no,
Did we get the Nickelback one was about an
there's like an hour and
hour, and
hour and
that's
a
only
half
because we
ish.
had to, and that's getting the video done as well, and that's only because we had to do extra videos because both were doing vocals.
Yeah.
But like from start to finish it, and that's mixed, and so it's like about an hour.
But yeah, it's just the only difference is the UK, obviously, it's just a time difference. So,
Yeah.
I'm sort of up and about, and David's still asleep because it's 5 hours behind. So I sort of have to wait till 2, 3-ish, and then we sort of start. So it's, yeah, being together is
So much
So
easier.
much easier.
So much
So much
easier.
easier. My plan is to eventually be over here. Like we're just sort of pushing and pushing and pushing. If any company wants to sign us in, like any company, that will be my ticket to move over.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what we're pushing towards.
Yeah. Definitely easier being in the same room
Yeah.
doing it because sometimes like if the Wi-Fi goes down as well and you've got to send like ideas across or samples across that you've heard and shit,
Yeah.
it's like
It's just a nightmare, yeah.
I think that's the hardest bit about it. If we lived in the same country, I think we'd be probably doing twice as much as we normally do.
Probably, yeah. Probably wouldn't sleep.
We'd have that hour down to 10 minutes, lads.
We might do a live where we try and do a song in 10 minutes and just try and smash it out. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
it's just you always worry about doing lives because it's like
Oh.
all it takes is for someone to take something the wrong way, and then it's like,
Yeah.
'Cause I was watching some guy on TikTok the other day, and he wasn't even saying anything bad, but because TikTok deemed it as violent, they fucking restricted him and gave him like,
Yeah, we'd love to do like the reviews, like sit and watching the wrestling and obviously live, not stream the wrestling, but live stream us. But it's such a weird area where you really got to think about everything you're saying. And I don't think we're the right people for a live.
17 steps in.
Exactly.
I think you did pretty well without it, to be honest.
So I got as it is WrestleMania this weekend, I got a little dream scenario for you. If you could perform one of your covers live on that stage of WrestleMania, playing someone to the ring, who would it be? Who would you choose to do?
That's a tough one.
I don't think I'd want to. I would shit myself.
Who would I love to perform?
I'm trying to think of the ones we've done. Danhausen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
I would love to do like Wilson or something like that. Like if it was a genuine thing that was going to happen and it's someone who's more of a comedic relief, it's not so important. If it's like one of the big talk about and you come out and you just bottle it, that's you done.
Yeah, I think that would make me feel a lot more comfortable if it was someone like your Danhausen, your Kit Wilson, because you don't feel as pressured, do you, to like really nail it. You can have a bit more fun with it.
Or Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, about Reigns.
With lyrics.
Yeah, I think it would have to be one of the like comic relief characters.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dan would be a top one for me, just because it'd be so fun.
Yeah, I mean, if we wrote an original for Ilya, fucking love Ilya.
Yes.
Oh, so damn good.
Yeah,
What a man.
Ilya's top up. What?
I said, what a man.
Oh, I think you said Waterman. I was like, what?
You're not talking about Paul.
For some reason, when you said you shit yourself, I just thought of the grandest shit on the grandest stage of them all. I don't know why.
As long as I did the Kit Wilson swivel, I could get like a nice pat.
God. God damn.
Oh, but going off what Jamie said, if you could write a theme for yourself, what sort of style and who would it sort of be similar to?
My instant goes to Aleister Black.
Aleister Black.
That's a great song.
CM Punk's old theme.
Yeah.
No.
Fire is like, yeah. It'd have to be something heavy.
Yeah,
realistically.
definitely.
So for me, it would be this Fire because I fucking love that song.
Yeah.
Great song. I mean, we saw Killswitch with Bloodstock a few years ago, and they started playing that. I was like, "Oh my god, CM Punk's song!" So losing my shit.
I would fucking love for him at Mania to just come out to each theme, like the AFI one, the Killswitch would be the sickest. That would be so cool.
It's a shame. I don't think we'll ever see this Fire again.
No, they played it like the piano version at the beginning of last.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mania. But it would be nice to actually hear the full.
It would.
The full thing would be really cool.
Sorry, James, go on.
I was going to say that version you did mixing that with AJ's theme as well. Oh, mwah, mwah.
Oh. It was another one that people were like, release it now. And we're like,
yeah, that's another one. Like, I love that theme. I really do. And I'd love to be able to release that. But it's just, again, the licenses, it just.
We might just do a normal cover of it and release it because we have got a version on the computer that is like slightly heavier in parts. but it's more just like a straight cover, which we could put up.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a video for it and see what people think.
Mhm.
But people have asked us to do it all the time when we've done songs and like put it on Spotify, and just the cover licenses alone, it's like what, 10 quid a go for every cover. And the amount we've done, it'd
Yeah,
be like,
builds up quick.
unless people
Yeah.
are asking like thousands, then we put it up.
That's normally, yeah, we normally go for that. Like if it's a couple, we tend to not, just because we know it won't do as well. But if it's constantly commented, that's when we're like, okay, we've got to do something about this one.
Yeah, if you know you're going to make your money back on it stream wise, because stream's really hard to make money on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you know you can get like maybe 20,000, then cool, that covers
Yeah.
just about covers the
It's
cost
just
of loads.
literally crazy.
It's insane. The amount that you don't get paid for the shit that you put hours and hours of blood, sweat, and tears into is fucking insane. But still, you've got the cinematics and you've got the anime rock ones. Is there any other sort of styles that you want to do these covers in? Is there anything you've thought of that you could think, oh, it might be good in R&B? I don't know.
We were going to do a thing where we had a hat of wrestlers and a hat of genres, and just which we might do while you're here, to be
Yeah, we
fair,
can still do
'cause-
that,
and
to
we'll
be
just
fair.
film the whole process of what we're doing, because like the only thing we're not great at doing is kind of jazz. That's like, but like if
Fair.
it's R&B or something like that, or maybe like Latin music and stuff, we can kind of do. I mean, we did it for Mr. Iguana. It was kind of Latin stuff. Latin stuff. But yeah, I think we might try and do that. Just put like the top people in, not Roman, but the other people, and then some genres, and we'll just see what happens with that. So if you see that next week, it went all right. If you never see it ever, it was shit.
Okay. Noted. I think you could do like one a month or something. Just have like a month and just get someone random with a random thing and just see what you can. I'd love it if you did like a swerve. So like you're playing, I don't know, where you're just like smacking some bass, and all of a sudden a trumpet comes out of nowhere, and you're like, what the fuck?
The greatest.
Great.
That's so good.
You'll store that idea.
That'll be so fucking cool.
You'd
I
probably
just-
be able to do it as well.
Maybe. I've not really got the lips for a trumpet, but we'll give it a go.
Just fucking. Nah, not a sentence I never thought I'd hear. Should we just title this interview that?
I haven't got the lips for a trumpet. Fucking brilliant.
Merch like now.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to hear a jazzy glorious. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could do like a swing band version of that.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could do that.
people hate it, but we'll do it.
After the start of this interview, I want to hear you do something in the style of Akon. Just say.
Just the prison door shutting, because that was a bit epic song, wasn't it?
Oh, actually, I just locked up Jacob for two. We got something going on here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, okay, there you go. Pen fucking right. We should actually do that.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
I do think Glorious is an absolutely goated theme song though. That Bobby Roode is so wasted on the main roster.
Massively. Yeah, he was. You loved him in TNA.
Yeah, I was massively into TNA when it was like sort of the beer money era. Oh, my God.
Yeah, him and James Storm. Oh my days.
Amazing. Yeah, he's definitely up there. One of my favorites, Bobby, I'd say.
Yeah. And that theme was just so fucking good.
Mhm.
it was.
So good.
You mean you weren't a fan of the Dirty Dogs or whatever it was him and Dolph Ziggler called themselves?
Oh, God, I don't think you're watching it that much. I was telling you about the other day when they came.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was-
Terrible tag name. We did mention earlier, though, you aside from the rest of the stuff, you do have your own band original music with Images Last. But you last released music back in October 25. Is this still a thing you want to do, or what's?
It's hard because with what we're doing now, we can't really promote it or do videos for it, because we did the one about Scream,
Mhm.
and then you put it up, and then the next couple of days you get penalized for it not being in your kind of zone.
Yeah, they do really like get you for it, don't they?
Yeah,
If you put
so
something different up.
it's really kind of limited us with that stuff. Like maybe we'll try and get an Images Last account going again, but
I
you'd
think
have to be doing like we're doing now, a video a day of just covering normal songs, and then trying to do that on top of this. It's
that's
like,
what I mean. It's like constantly. That's the thing nowadays, and it's constantly building that traction with something. You can't. It's not like how bands used to be, where you can sort of release an album and
no,
not.
you've got to be like an influencer as well now.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
way you can
I feel like when it comes to band, it is a lot more money endorsed. Otherwise, you're not. It's just not really going to do anything unless you're pumping the money
Yeah.
into sort of promotions, YouTube ads, things like that. It doesn't really
Yeah,
do
with
well.
this, we haven't spent a single penny on
Nothing.
ads or anything. The only money we've spent is on cover licenses.
And I like plugins and things like that. That's
Yeah.
the only thing with.
Which is why we were so surprised how it kind of like blew up in certain places because we're like, shit, we haven't spent a single penny. Like in Seek the Fallen, you were
Got
paying like hundreds to get on like
playlists and
playlists and
YouTube
yeah.
and things. So it was like we thought it was going to be the same sort of thing. It was going to have to be pumping the money in for anything to show, but thankfully, it's not been that way.
No, not at all, which is kind of crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, never expected it to go how it has. And
Not
like
at all.
for us, like some people might look at the numbers we have and be like, oh, that's not a lot, but never thought I'd be over like 1,000 Instagram followers.
No.
Never thought we'd get to 33K on TikTok. Like that's just not something we ever thought. I was excited when I hit 1K on TikTok, like proper excited, and then it hit 2.5 and then it just kept going and yeah,
It's like when I think about when I was doing the dance music and stuff. I remember, I think it was my first or my second track I made. I got over 1,000 views, and I was so happy that I made a post about it. And I look back at it now, and I'm like, God, how much has changed in less than a year? It's so hard to take in. It really is.
yeah. Because like we said, like when we first started talking to you before recording, we are just two dickheads from England.
Yeah.
Like two dickheads that are just having fun doing what they like, and people have kind of resonated with it, which
Mhm.
is always mental to us, which is also why we try and reply to every comment we get.
Yeah.
And people have messaged saying, "Oh, I can't believe you actually did." But like, if they're taking the time to watch us, the least we can do is go through and reply.
Hmm.
So yeah, because we couldn't be doing this if it wasn't for people watching us and
No,
sharing
not
it.
at all. If it wasn't for the support we had, it would not be nowhere near.
Like for guys like you to invite us on to talk about us, and it's crazy.
We're always so giddy. We get a
Yeah.
podcast request, we're like,
I don't do that. I don't do
I did that.
He does. But again, he hasn't got lips for trumpet, so
It's crazy, honestly. Anyone that messages us, asks us to do anything, we're just like, why? Why do you want us?
yeah.
Because I saw your Joe Hendry cinematic video. I think that's how I got introduced to you. It came up on like when you search you
I'm
doom
so sorry,
scrolling through
what the
reels. Oh no!
Yeah.
Again, another absolute legend with an amazing theme song. Hails from the greatest country of all. I'll be honest with you, boys. Sorry, I haven't got the accent, but that's where I come from. But you know, and I was just like, "Shit, this is incredible."
Yeah.
And then, David, I saw the video of "To Be Loved with Your Dad." Now, how was that?
That was really fucking cool to have, and that was before Will first started doing it with me.
Hmm.
And it was kind of after things had started taking off. My mum and dad came out to visit, and I was saying to my dad, "You should just do one with me because you've always wanted to do music." We did. Do you remember a band called The Calling?
Yeah,
Yes.
So me and my brother toured with them. We were like the opening band for them. And one of the shows, my dad actually got up on stage with us and did guitar. So we had all of us on stage, which was really fucking cool.
No.
But so he'd done that. We'd done a band together where we've only released 2 songs. It was called Demanding October, but he sings and screams on that. And I was like, right, you've done a band, you've got a plaque for a certain amount of streams, you've been on stage, you need to now get on the socials as well. And he did it, and like I loved having that. Really, really fucking loved having that. And like he was ill last year, like quite badly, and now thank God he's passed all that and stuff.
Good.
But
Oh, don't.
it's just
say the
yeah,
shit.
no, it's just it was nice to have just
Yeah.
like we'll
Yeah.
always have that video.
Hmm.
Exactly, and it's fucking phenomenal.
It's so
It's-
cool.
I
man.
love
It's
it
so
so much,
cool.
that track.
It's so much fun. And obviously you still get the people going, "Oh, what the fuck?" It's like, come on, he's 74,
Yeah,
man.
Tony's, that
It sounds
man's
great.
a legend. I
He is a
love
legend.
Tony to bits. He
Yeah.
is such a great man.
He is great. And literally, like when he was ill, like he was still walking around like nothing was wrong. Just
You wouldn't have known it. We went out to LA last year to watch his brothers. He was touring with Arsenal at the time, so we went out and just supported that sort of thing. And the man was just, you would have never have known. Not a complete, not one single complaint was there.
nope, just walking around like nothing was wrong. And then found out a bit later.
That he, yeah, was severely quite ill. I just, that man could do anything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But he's all good now, and
Excellent.
he's just waiting to jump on the next one. So hopefully soon.
Yes.
Because I go back to England in June for my daughter's birthday because we take her over there for that. So hopefully we can get him on a track then.
Yeah, I'd love
It'd
it.
be good.
He is an incredible man, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I'm glad he's okay, but yeah, that's fucking sick. I was worried for a second then.
No,
But
listen,
yeah,
he's been talking about he's got this wrestling persona that he came up with. Do you remember it?
Oh God.
Called big tone thrombosis. And he basically puts on my mum's tights and this fucking swimming cap stuff, and he showed a picture, and he's just there going, "Look, I can be a wrestler." And he said, if you do a theme for that, he's gonna fight this like blow up doll thing. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
It gets me
oh
every
my God.
So you might see that soon as well. Incredible.
That is the greatest thing I've ever heard. The show is now called I Haven't Got Lips for a Trumpet featuring Big Tom
YouTube's just going to go, what?
Phenomenal.
I'm actually writing that down now, so I don't forget it.
Oh, it gets me every time.
Oh my God, that's superb. Another one of the videos I've absolutely loved and is probably up there, one of the greatest Raw theme songs of all time, is the Union Underground.
Mhm.
Oh,
What a song that is. And again, beautifully covered once again, as always.
Thank you so
But
much.
it made me think, what would you say is the better sort of time for themes? Back in the day, in the Attitude sort of era of the early 2000s, or now?
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
oh
all day.
yeah.
The back
Yeah.
of the day with the rock themes were just. We watched Wrestlemania 7 the other day.
Oh, I love that WrestleMania.
17, sorry. Oh God, the themes on it, like Limp Bizkit My Way. What a tune.
Oh, yes.
And it's like I just miss that about it. I miss that sort of edgy era of wrestling where everything was a big hitting theme.
Yeah.
But not to say that, there's a lot of great themes in the nowadays wrestling, but back then for me, 100%.
Jim was something else.
He was.
Like he was top tier. And I do genuinely feel bad for Def Rebel for the amount of shit they get, because you don't know how much pressure they're under to give only certain people good
Mhm.
songs, like top tier wrestlers, and maybe the mid carders get more of a basic.
Yeah.
You don't know how pushed they are for time, and it's just like maybe they're having to pump out
Mhm.
God knows how
Well,
many.
we've kind of learnt that a lot of these wrestlers, they don't have a clue what the theme's going to be.
No.
They just get given it and that's it. They're just told that's your theme now, which we thought was quite surreal. We thought they'd have some sort of input, but majority that we spoke to, they don't have a clue.
No. So it definitely sounds like maybe the lower cards and maybe some of NXT are just
Hmm.
given something, and the focus is towards other people. Although I do not like Stephanie Vakir's new song.
No,
I
no.
loved that original. Why change it?
I know, it was so great, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, like I said, I do feel bad for them for the amount of shit they get, because I imagine it's a really tough fucking job if you,
Yes.
because you don't know what pressure's being put on them and what's being said to them. So
No. I
Going
mean,
back
it's
how much pressure was it for, but does Liv want to do that? Is that something she hates, or is it just like you're doing this, that's now your thing? It's quite a weird area.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, the fact it's even an expression now. Oh no, they got Def Rebelled. It shows how much shit they get. Yeah.
Yes. We get it a lot in our comments, and we really have to.
Yeah.
They like to see a lot of our stuff, so I don't shit on them at all. We always say like, "Thank you, we appreciate it," but Def Rebel are great because we can't just.
And they,
shit on
they,
them.
they've
Yeah.
got some songs that are
I think
really.
yeah, they've done great stuff.
'Cause Kit Wilson's, I know someone else helped write it, but I'm pretty sure Def Rebel are credited as well
Mhm.
on that one. Danhausen's new one's pretty good.
It's great.
I like that. I'm pretty sure it's him on the vocals. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
It is.
So they've got some great themes, and they are good at what they do. Like they worked with Disney and stuff, didn't they, before? So they
Mhm.
definitely like know what they're doing.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, they just get a lot of.
But Jim is just,
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
set that bar a little bit too high.
even the guys that came up. Well, I don't actually know how to pronounce it. All I know is it's CFO dollar sign. I don't know how.
No,
what the
I don't know.
actual, I don't know what the actual.
Oh shit, I forgot about them. Yeah.
But they did like Demon Finn's theme. I think
Yeah.
that's fucking sick theme.
Hmm.
So they've got some really good ones. But again, people were hating on them as well. And now Def Rebel come in, they're like, oh, bring those guys back. But it's like before you were thinking they were shit. And don't get me wrong, we did listen to some old Attitude Era ones where we were like, holy shit, this is terrible.
Mm.
Like, because we put on the album in the car and we're like, what the fuck is this? So I think it's people always like what they used to have as soon as something new comes and it changes. Because even with the Usos' new song, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't mind it at all.
And there were definitely people starting to complain about Jey Uso's theme just being overplayed and stuff. And then as soon as they change it, they're like, "Oh fuck this!" And
Yeah, I feel like nowadays, every Monday and Friday when we watch the wrestling, no matter how good we thought it was, no one's ever happy.
Nope.
Wrestling fans just never seem to be happy nowadays about anything that
like, I
happens.
don't know how you felt, but honestly, SmackDown we thought was one of the closest to Attitude Era style shows they've had for a
Hmm.
while. And honestly, we don't even mind Pat McAfee on it because, like,
His promo was
it's,
amazing.
yeah, and I think because we were watching some of the old stuff we were watching, and we're literally like, yeah, this is kind of what people have said they wanted,
Hmm.
but because it's not what they were hoping in their own mind, they don't
The
like it.
internet get like an assumption in their head and it goes round, and then when that assumption is not true, they hate it.
Like when Danhausen came out, pretty much got booed, and now everyone fucking loves him.
Yep. It's
For
because
me,
every,
I didn't know who Danhausen was. I was like ready for this big surprise. And he come out and I was like, who the fuck's this?
Yeah,
And I was like, what the fuck? All right, fair enough. And then a week later, I love the guy. He's amazing.
yeah.
I
But
think but
sorry,
the
what were you
problem is wrestling fans give themselves an expectation, like the Danhausen thing, that's going to be Jericho.
Yeah.
Jericho's coming out. It wasn't Jericho. They booed the shit out of it. It's
yeah.
like, just go in with an open mind and enjoy what's in front of you.
And honestly, I've seen so many things saying about how they might lean towards WWE versus TKO. If that's what they're going to do with the Pat McAfee thing, cool.
I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, Pat McAfee tried to turn it down at first, so it's not even like he was trying to force himself in there. So I do feel bad for him
I
'cause-
think that's good on his part though, because he's already said no, he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes, and he's come in, and the promos he's dropped
have been very
have
good.
been brilliant. Like, admittedly, when it was Pat that was the announced, sorry, I was like, Pat, okay, we'll see where it goes, and he's been great, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We were a bit disappointed with Raw though. Like I
Yeah.
don't like the CM Punk Roman promo at
What
the
happened
end.
there?
Kind of,
Oh, is that the whole I'm jealous of you thing? Yeah.
Just
yeah.
basically
Bit
kissing.
odd.
To have like the build-up they've had, and then the last promo to be that sort of way was just very strange, I thought.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, everyone's got their opinions on things, but for everyone that's always said bring back the Attitude Era, I definitely think SmackDown was probably the closest it's been for
Yes.
a while.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's again, but if they did make it exactly like the Attitude Era, they'd be like, "Oh, this isn't right. I don't like this. Let's change. Let's go back, please." You can't-
You can't have Obafemi come out and just batter one of the women. Like it's just
Yeah.
so I don't know if people actually watch the Attitude Era, but fuck me, some of the shit they do that like there's a whole load of stuff.
Yeah, this
It's bad.
yeah. But
Yeah.
like it's I see the same with in the AEW comments, AEW is brutal, and people will be in there saying this is not wrestling, blah blah blah. It's like, well, you don't have to watch it, it's okay.
Yeah,
No, I fucking love AEW. That's for me, that's my new attitude era now. AEW. Like,
unfortunately,
absolutely
we
love
don't
it.
keep up with it as much. We really want to get into it properly, but because it's pay-per-view, it's always a
Yeah.
nightmare to try
We
and
try to on Instagram to keep up with the storyline as much as possible because
yeah.
that MJF, my word, he is just incredible. He is incredible.
And Darby Allin as well.
Yes, we're gonna watch it tonight. No, it's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Think
Darby Allin and MJF tomorrow, isn't it?
I don't know because I'm not that far ahead, Will. Remember the conversation we had at the beginning of this? We weren't going to talk about it.
what have you done, Will? What have you...
We'll lose that one.
Those lips are good for putting his foot in it.
Mate, it's
damn.
okay. Dude, we've been here for an hour and we've been here for fucking ages. It's honestly, it's absolutely
Wow,
fine.
that time has flown. I didn't even realize that was the time.
You're all good. But because I just when I was going through your Spotify, I discovered you did a Country Goers metal album, or EP.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, but there are some bang. This Is How We Roll by Florida Georgia Line is one of my favourite songs ever. That was fucking incredible. I listened to it quite a few times, just like singing to myself while I was doing stuff around the house.
It was really fun to do. Again, that was before I started the wrestling stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure it got in the iTunes metal charts in England, and there were a couple of other countries. So it did all right.
Mhm.
But it was just something to do alongside the covers because one of my friends had just said, "Oh, I love country. Would you do some covers?" And then just made it into a EP.
I love that. So just testing the waters, essentially.
Yeah, literally, we've tried so much random shit, and we.
Yeah, it's always fun just to try something new anyway, isn't it? It's always fun to see like, how well you perform in a different area of the music. So it's always good to try something
Honestly, and
different.
also like country transfers to metal quite well.
Mm.
Mm.
Like, and I love country as
Hmm.
well. Like Josh Turner, I love Josh Turner. Um, do you listen to country?
Here and there, I normally hear it from like my friend Danny, he's mega into his country, and like my cousin, he's quite into it. So I'm not overly clued up, but 9 times out of 10 when I listen to it, I normally enjoy it.
It's one of those. It's just like a feel good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And again, they should. I think they should have more country themes, honestly, for some of the wrestlers, because like you'll get wrestlers who come out and they've got that proper gimmick, and they just don't have anything
No.
like that.
When they did it, was like ding 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 ding. So that's some dodgy
Did a thing
shit.
like that the other day, didn't
Yeah, I did the old banjo theme for Matt Deadwood.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a few where people have requested banjo.
That
Brilliant.
one he just kept saying, turn the banjo up, turn the banjo up. And we're like, it's going to be all banjo.
But I'm just intrigued. Would you like ever want to do any of these songs live? Because you got things like WrestleCon for the love of wrestling over here in the UK. Like there'd be great audiences for these sort of things. Would you ever be interested in doing something like
Yeah, we'd love to do it
Mhm.
live and do like tours and stuff. But again, it'd be finding probably session musicians so we don't have to rely on people being nice people. Because
Yes.
that's when it all goes to shit, unfortunately. So if we could find some guys that wanted to do session work and they're at the level where it's like they've done tours before, because we have done tours before, so we know like using just things like in-ears so that
Yep.
you can have orchestral coming over the speakers and stuff, they'd have to be at a certain level live playing. But it'd be so much fun to do our stuff.
It would be really fun. Yeah, I'd
Like
love to play.
to do our original versions, covers, whatever. It would be really
Hmm.
cool. And they are things on our list. Like we want to do that, and we also, like we said, want to get into a ring and actually get to be part of some show as well, because that'd be
Mm.
really fucking cool.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun, wouldn't it?
100%.
so cool, so awesome?
I just want to throw it. So you covered the game Triple H Motorhead's song.
Yes.
I feel I did have a scroll through to make sure I'm not going to bring it. I'd like to just throw a request in, if I may, right now, which
Yeah.
is my time,
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Down.
We got
because
that on the list.
Is it on the list?
because in my opinion, as much as I hated him back then, I absolutely could not fucking stand him. That song is probably one of the greatest wrestling theme songs of all time.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that is on the list of requests. We were actually talking about the Triple H one earlier because
Oh,
so someone would put a comment today on the TikTok one saying, "Oh, butchered another song with auto tune," and like
Oh,
so on our covers we use a thing called Melodyne, which is like pitch correction because obviously you want the mix to sound polished and stuff like that.
yeah.
The Triple H one is the only fucking song that does not have any kind of correction on the vocals, and it's like the third time now someone said that about that song, and it's literally the only one that we've never had to like because
you
you
really got
can't.
him. That I tell you, you got him.
Sorry, David.
I've always been super transparent with it. I'm like, yeah, use pitch correction because obviously recording, they're not live takes, it's all recorded first, and you want it to sound as good as possible. It might do a vocal take that has really nice emotion, but it might be slightly off. But it's literally the only one that didn't have it. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like, just don't tell. And I've done it before. I've put it on my story and said, look, there is nothing on just certain things just get me.
Yeah.
I'll put the lid back on that can of worms. Sorry, mate. I'll leave that over there. Forgive me.
I fucking love that so much. Looking at the future, like what are you guys working on now that you can talk about? What can people expect from you coming forward?
Have you? I'd say.
Yeah, Tatum's husband, the project with him, there's some really, really cool songs on that EP.
Hmm.
And just getting to do that with someone who's been in WWE before, knows all these other people is mental to us.
Yeah, still like we're sort of well, he wants to put together a tour at sort of the back end of this year with the EP. And normally when it comes to a tour, I'm like, yeah, sweet, let's go do a tour. But this one I'm like, oh whoa, this is like scary. Is she gonna be in the crowd? I'm on the stage with him as well. Like anyone could be there, so it's quite a scary one, but
Yeah.
so much fun to look forward
And it was
to.
even weird. We were just watching, he told us what show he was on yesterday,
Mm.
and it was this one in Canada. And he's like, right, on in 10, boys. And we're like, it's so weird. We're just kind of like, that's our singer.
Yeah.
He's gonna
It's
casually go and fight someone now.
really weird.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's cool. And then obviously finally releasing the cinematic album, which has ones that people have asked for a long time.
Hmm.
And then If We Wrote the Theme, Volume 4, which will have the Mr. Iguana one, Sol Ruka,
Yep.
Dominic Mysterio, Boogeyman, and the one we did with, I don't know if you saw it, the 11-year-old drummer.
Hmm.
Oh yes, that was awesome as well.
Sully is fucking incredible. He is
crazy good.
unreal. He really is like an incredible talent. And to be 11 years old and play like that is phenomenal. He wrote all his part, recorded all his part. It was insane.
We just sent in the track without the drums and just said, "You do as you want, mate." And he sent it back to us, and we were like, "Holy shit! Like, this
Yeah.
is
Wow.
so good."
Even like the first drum fill when it came in, because I was like, right, I'm not gonna make the instrumental like stupidly ridiculous double kick and everything like that. I'm just gonna do some standard things. He comes in with that drum fill. I'm like, fucking hell, I need to change this now because I think fucking it's terrible.
He's incredible. He is
Yeah, he's well worth a follow. He's covered loads of bands and he is just so good.
effortless.
Yeah.
Like watching him in the videos, like it's nothing to him, which was just so incredible for a kid of that age.
Yeah, he really is fucking talented.
Hmm.
And things like that are really cool to get to do that. And like obviously it's a parent run account, so I spoke to the dad. And he's such a nice guy, and he used to watch wrestling as well.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the band that did Christian's theme, the drummer follows this kid as well. So again, there was some
That's
connection to wrestling and stuff.
So
But
he'll definitely do well. That kid, he's
yeah,
just
and we'll
amazing.
definitely have him back on other things because
Mhm.
he's so good. So good.
I'd bring him on tour.
Yeah, right.
I would.
I'm normally a drummer, but when he comes in, I'm like, oh, fuck it.
Looks like it is vocals for me now then.
Absolutely incredible. Guys, before we wrap up, I do like to ask this question of all of our guests. If people are listening to this and for some unknown reason they haven't checked out what you guys have done at the moment, I'm going to make this a bit fun because I do want to promote your proper music, like your stuff you write, your originals as well. So if people are listening to this, what's, say, one cover and one Image's last song that you promote people to check out to see what feel for what you guys do?
I'd say cover-wise, go for a Mr. Iguana or Danhausen, just to sort of, get a bit of an idea of what we're about. Images last, I'll leave that to you.
Ah, God. I mean, I like the latest one the most because that's when Will joined that.
Hmm.
So for me, it would be that one. But like for originals as well, we'd probably say one of the originals we've done based on wrestlers as well, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, some of the originals I really enjoyed, to be fair.
Like we enjoyed the Jacob for Two one we did because it was a bit different.
Yeah, really enjoyed doing
And
that.
we enjoyed the Vision one as well because
Mm.
Drew Jackson, who featured on that, again, phenomenal.
He's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard with the originals because we've done some different styles and there's so many that would be like, so it's like, I think if you look at our Spotify, there's enough for most people.
Yes,
Like
there's a
you've
good
got
variety of that.
cinematics, you've got the country stuff, we've then got the horrorcore kind of metal with Images, we've got rap, Latin style. There's so much. So if you don't like one of our things, you might like something else,
Mhm.
or you might just think we're dickheads.
Yeah.
It's
Entirely your decision, guys.
As long as you listen to all of it and pump those numbers up, don't give a fuck what you
Yeah.
think.
listen to it in hate. That's what you.
Absolutely phenomenal. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guests?
I do. I have one more. When you first started this journey, obviously in the band, then obviously that got fucked over with messages to certain promoters and people, etc. And then obviously moving out to the States and then starting this whole journey of doing the collabs and doing the covers for the wrestling theme songs. Did you both ever think this is where you'd be today? I'll start with you, Will.
Not a chance, no. No, from looking back to last year when we done our first couple, I thought it would be sort of another band that's gonna, we'll do a couple of tracks and it'll be that sort of thing, the end of it. But it just didn't stop from the get-go, really. So I never thought we'd ever to be under a year like my wildest dreams.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever be in this position.
To be just like this conversation, to sit here and have you guys talking to us about stuff, and it's like some of the stuff we've forgotten we've done.
Yeah.
I like the compliments you've given us. It's weird for us to hear people say that because I don't know, we didn't expect it to be like this.
It's never expected to
No,
go this way.
and like to get to sit here and talk to you guys for like over an hour. It's been fucking sick.
It's cool as shit,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's exciting to know that we've got people like you guys that want us on your show. It's just fucking nuts. It's really crazy.
Which, by the way, if you ever need a theme, like
Now you mention it, so the whole premise of this, no, I'm serious, but no, I appreciate massively. Like, we're not sucking your dicks because you're here. We're sucking your dicks because you're fantastic at what you do, and we really enjoy.
Either way, we're getting
everything.
Yeah. And our lips were made for it.
Exactly. You can't. We're the ones leave now, shall I?
But no, I generally, that Joe Hendry video came up and I went, fuck, I love this song anyway. And then the whole cinematics spin in it, I loved. So I checked out more of your stuff and I was like, I'd love to have these boys on the show. And it's one of those where I was like, I need to reach out. And I saw more go, oh yeah, I need to make sure I message. And I think it was just like a random Sunday. And I went, fuck it, I'm going to do it now. Well, because I kept forgetting. So it's massively appreciated that you wanted to come on. And like, I'm so happy we did this. It's been so much fun.
It's so sick to be asked, man. And it has been such a nice, relaxed one as well. Because like
great fun.
It's been a while since we've done one, and like you always get a bit nervous before because you're like, fucking hell, what do we say? We just twat. Yeah, I think you said about your trumpet or non-trumpet lips, the Dorito.
Yeah, so I didn't think.
Dorito body and trumpet lips, fucking beautiful.
And racist Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
But no, honestly, we genuinely appreciate being asked.
We really do. Always happy to do it. Always happy to come back.
And genuinely, if you guys want to think, we were 100% like right one, 100%, because this has been a great time, genuinely.
Well, okay. Well, we'll have a chat.
We'll talk about that. Yeah,
we'll have a
definitely.
chat. Yeah. That's massive. Thank you. Like seriously, that means a fucking lot. So thank you.
Honestly, thank you for being so cool to talk to.
It's been awesome, man.
Yeah.
It really has been awesome. So relaxed.
Yeah, really nice.
Good. I'm pleased. That's the sort of environment we go for. That's why we just want to have a bit of a laugh. Do you know what I mean? We're still building our sort of, I don't know what this sort of thing, like business, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
brand.
just brand. Yeah, that'll do. Like, we haven't got a fucking clue what we're doing. We just sit and chat and have a bit of a laugh. Do you know what I mean? So.
But before we do let you go, plug social media's websites. Where can people find you and your stuff out in the world?
I fucked this last time, didn't I? I keep forgetting my own fucking name. It's I'm pretty sure. So Instagram is, for me, it's David Bartolome Music. For Will, it is Will.Scarr, but with 3 R's, right?
Yeah.
And then TikTok, this is the shitter, isn't it?
I think it's David James Bartolome. Let me just double check.
Double check because I got this wrong last time.
David James Bartolome on TikTok, and then you can find us on YouTube at, I think it's David and Will Themes.
I think
David Will Themes on YouTube.
Yep.
There we are.
Professional.
Absolutely incredible. Boys, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much. Really does mean the world.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Boys, seriously though, thank you so much. It's been so much fun. Like, really, really appreciate you taking the time out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and we'll definitely speak soon.
You too, guys. Have a great one.
Thanks, boys. See you later, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Amazing.